Namaste, Twin Flames. This is Elle with Sacred Union Spiritual Wellness, here to help guide you along your destined path and your ascension journey. Welcome if you are new to this channel. I am so grateful that you stopped by. I appreciate your positive energy here. And if you're returning, my deepest gratitude to you for supporting my channel. I hope you have subscribed and hit that notification bell so you know when I post the next video. Okay, so today is Twin Flame Tuesday, April 2nd, and we are gearing up for the full solar eclipse happening on the 8th. I know you've heard about it. I know there's been some fear-mongering about it. I don't feel that there's a fear energy here. I do feel big change energy coming. Big change energy. And so as I was pre-shuffling today, I cut the, this is the Muse Tarot, and I got the Fool card on the first cut when I went to shuffle. Second shuffle, the Fool card again. So big change energy. I am going to take that card out. I feel like that is the new, because the solar eclipse, of course, is on the new moon, and you know, the sun is darkened, and then it is we come out on the other side. And I really feel like there's optimism, not fear, because we're going to come out on the other side. And I feel like this is a significant energy for twin flames. I don't know how it connects to twin flame energy. Maybe this reading will give us a deeper understanding, but there's something significant for twin flames in this eclipse. Divine Mother manifest. I feel a very strong divine feminine energy with this solar eclipse, even though the solar is masculine energy. So we're gonna get started with, of course, the Rumi deck, the Twin Flame Ascension deck, the Muse Tarot, the Light Seers Tarot, and then I'll pull some messages from your twin flame counterpart from the Lover's Oracle. So let's get started. I want this card. This is the Fool card. And just look at her strut. Look at her strut. This is divine feminine empowerment. And I feel like that's on the other side. We've been working so much to heal all of that. So let's get started with the Rumi deck by Alana Fairchild. I love this deck. Enter the Garden of Delights, one of my favorite cards. This is the other side. It's almost like we're walking through a gateway. I've been seeing that in personal readings. There's a lot of doorways, gateways in the energy. Let's see, this is the 28 card, and there's a bit of a poem by Rumi, so I'm going to read it. Are you aware that sweetness is found everywhere in town? Are you aware that winter is gone and spring has come around? Are you aware that sweet basil and the carnation are whispering in the garden and laughing about how simply everything is found? Are you aware the nightingale has come back from flight, singing out messages of love to spread delight with every sound? Everything in the garden is granted the right from the divine court to appear for our delight. Everything is here to make the earth green and alive as a haven for our life. What remains buried in the soil will always endeavor to reach out. No one truly alive can ever be pawned to a prison or tomb. You've been granted entry into a sacred space, a sanctuary for worship. When the soul is well acquainted with love, life becomes a temple of love, the sacred space in which the soul can grow powerful through expansive worship of love. You are being invited by your spiritual brother Rumi to enter into life, to commit to coming alive, even if at times this feels deeply challenging. To come alive requires shedding of so much adherence to the fear of death. The great brother whispers wisdom into your heart. You have heard it, felt it already. You have been through much death, dear one, around you, within you. You have known this dark angel. That is why you are so full of life. A new day is dawning for you. Goodness. On the other side. This time, when the past will very soon cease to have any kind of hold over you, celebration is imminent. You're invited to the golden light of divine plenty. Put your worries behind you now and step into your divine inheritance, where all is sorted according to kindness and grace. Step in to your divine inheritance. That's the other side. All right. Beautiful energy. All right, let's pull for the divine masculine and for the divine feminine energies from this twin flame ascension deck. What's going on with the divine masculine? What stage or life lesson or ascension path is the divine masculine energy on right now, please? Soulmate, clearing core wounds. I think we just possibly saw this, or it may have been a personal reading. Let me move this over here. Could be twin flame energy. Maybe they're using the twin flame energy to clear their core wounds. You know, a lot of divine masculines have had abandonment issues. They're clearing those, whereas divine feminines have had codependency issues and trust issues. Twin flame facilitator, expansive growth. Okay, it feels like the divine feminine is a little ahead of the energy of the divine masculine. And this is about kind of their relationship. I feel like the divine feminine's energy. Okay, so what they're showing me is like when there's a rocket engine and then you have that, I don't know, I don't want to say it's a backlash, but there's this energy behind it that just comes out from the back of the engine. It feels like the divine feminine is the engine and the divine masculine is riding the wave of that kind of that swirl that comes up from the engine. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not very mechanical. They need to give me something more simplistic. But the divine feminine is in her expansive energy. We've been seeing that for a while. She's manifesting. She's really connecting to her soul work. A lot of what we're coming into with this eclipse is going to be really activating your mission, your purpose, your passion. And it's just like you're going to run with it. That's this new energy. And you can see there's a ladder here from a different level. Now she's on this new level. There are no footprints in that. It's like barren sand. No one has tread here before. So, but it doesn't, what they're saying is bleak your confidence. Your confidence isn't diminished. It's just like, this is what you're meant to do. So you're just like you're gonna walk the walk now. Divine masculine is still kind of healing and clearing, but he's in it. It's almost like the accelerant. The divine feminine is into, okay, I've done most of my healing work, which is so good because with this eclipse, I feel like if you didn't do a lot of that work, it's really going to bombard you with some of your issues to really force you. It's almost like there was grace given by the divine. This is all coming to me. It was grace given by the divine. If you weren't doing your work, if you weren't, kind of dealing with some of the shadows, the hurt, the lingering pain, the frustration, the lack of forgiveness, all of those things, it felt like you were given grace to be able to do this in your own time. However, time's up. Feels like, no more grace period. Now it's, in order for humanity to ascend, twin flames have got to deal with this. Because I feel like we are the twin flames are kind of the pioneers, the rocket fuel that launches us into the 5D. And the intensity, just if you relate that rocket fuel to the intensity of the twin flame connection. You can see how that's going to propel us. And then we anchor the light. And then we anchor the love, the unconditional love. It's almost like we're being, I don't want to say infected, but it's kind of like, let's say the 5D is a petri dish, and the twin flame energy is being purposely put into that petri dish in order to grow, to grow and expand the light in the 5D, so that it creates what they're saying is a harbor, a light harbor for those who choose to ascend, that come after, that may not be connected to twin flame energy. So I don't know if that makes sense, but let's pull for the divine masculine energy. I'm going to pull from the Light Seers Tarot. And I can tell that the feminine energies are ahead of the masculine, because this is a 4 card, this is a 3 card. But look at the color, how the colors are very similar to this garden. And so it's almost like we're going to do the planting. Twin flames are going into the 5th dimension to plant the garden as a reception for those who want to ascend. We're preparing the space, is what I'm trying to say. All right, so let's see what the masculine energy has coming. Wheel of Fortune. Number 10 card. That's Jupiterian energy. That's change, cycles, fate, expansion. That's, oh my. We have the Tower and the Devil. 3 major arcanas. Jupiter is the planet of expansiveness, and I feel like that's what is being echoed in the connection. But we have 3 major arcanas, a lot of intense change pressure. It is a pressurized instigator in order to force the divine masculine to clear these core wounds, because they can't hold the light as strongly and as powerfully and as passionately if they're still dealing with some of the dark wounds. So you've got the Tower and you've got the Devil. Tower energy is Mars, ruled by Scorpio. It's all about transformation. So until this transformation happens, they've got to release this toxic energy from these core wounds. So the Devil is another Saturnian card. Excess materialism. It's very serious. But you can see in the very corner of this card, this person is just like head in hands, just like I can't endure this anymore. I have to finally put this into a perspective that I can heal, because I'm tired of being in pain. I'm tired of the toxicity of, trying to, it's almost like I'm getting a really powerful manipulation energy, like they were trying to manipulate their way through it. And Divine Source says, nope, I'm not one for manipulation. You're just going to have to do it for real, for real. Here we have the King of Cups. You're going to have to muster, the Divine Masculine is going to have to muster the energy, the insight, the willpower, the resilience to be able to deal with this core wound. I'm getting an abandonment issue, but it could have been any number of issues. There's the 7 of Pentacles. Time to work on yourself, dude. And they've been avoiding it. And look, even just FYI, look at the dirt under his fingernails. This is not something you can be a pansy about. You got to dig deep here. Here's the High Priestess in the challenge position. They've really not been clued into their intuition. This is this moon energy, this Piscean energy. It is, their inner voice has been kind of like, they've tried to manipulate around the inner voice. That is really strongly what I'm feeling. Instead of just listening to their higher self, their intuition, they were like, yeah, no, I'm just going to try and manipulate my way through this. And the divine's had enough. So it's time to do the work. And we're taking away your anything that you're focused on beyond doing this work. It feels like they're, yep, Nine of Pentacles. That's resiliency. It is time to get to a point where you are happy with yourself. It's a self-love card. It is the card of self-reliance and being able to trust oneself. Oh my, Five of Wands and the Seven of Swords in reverse. Now, I don't purposely put reversals in, but when I see the Seven of Swords in reverse, that makes me giddy, because this is the manipulation. This is what that Devil card is referring to. Divine Masculine has tried to play his way. You know, you can't play spirit. You can't play the divine. You can't play source. They tried to manipulate their way through this. There's the Five of Wands. And it has just created this resistance. And it's just escalated. There's like a defense mechanism. And every time they tried to manipulate, it turned into a shit show. And so everything just kind of blew up around them because they were trying to manipulate their way through it. They were trying to avoid doing the work. And so, you know, didn't work out so well. So everything just kind of crumbled with that Tower. Everything just kind of, I'm not going to say dissolved, but what they're showing me is it just crumbled into little pieces and just disintegrated. And it's just like they're just left with these little piles of disintegrated matter that used to be significant features of their life. And they're just like, crap. And the divine's like, okay, are you ready now? Are you ready to dig in and do the work? Because all of this stuff has been buried in the surface. That's why that Seven of Pentacles going to have to do a little excavating. In order to plant this garden, you're going to have to get dirt under your fingernails. Three of Cups. I knew it. I should have said it when I was reading Rumi. I was like, this is Three of Cups energy coming in. Here's that soulmate. It feels like what they just said. and I laugh at it because, you know, maybe some of my own issues with the twin flame connection is my experience. But my guides just said the Divine Masculine has a new appreciation for the Divine Feminine. Because they were there on the outskirts watching the Divine Feminine go through the dark night of the soul, whether they saw it overtly or whether they watched your social media or whether or not they saw it in their dreams or visions, or if they were astro traveling, they saw it. They saw it and they're like, yeah, that's just... You know, that I don't have to go through that. I don't have to do that work. When they watch the Divine Feminine's life crumble, and emotionally, the Divine Feminine, once they, you know, went into the first separation, the Divine Feminine crumbled and had to rebuild. It's the exact same thing, except they're not crumbling. Their whole life, all the features in their life, the fixtures in their life are crumbling, and the Divine Feminine now is kind of watching it, saying yes, and not being happy about it, not celebrating it, but saying yes, this is part of it. And so as much as the manipulation put off the work, everything else has crumbled now, so they're being forced. This is a forced confrontation of the core wound. It is forced confrontation. It is the last bastion that they had to protect themselves from abandonment. Just collapsed. All right, for the Divine Feminine. Five of Inspiration. Okay, so Five of Wands, Five of Inspiration. Look at the difference. Look at the difference. This is the whole highlight of what this whole reading is trying to convey. For the masculine energy, the Five of Wands is somebody, a lot of people just kind of not really, they're reaching and reaching and reaching to get out of this inner conflict, this turmoil, this turbulence, because it's not the vibration that they should hold any longer. Being in lower vibration with that toxic energy is telling them this is not you anymore. You really don't belong in this energy anymore. It's time for you to expand, to grow, to heal. Look at the Divine Feminine card. Man, she's so at peace, and she's just like, I'm just taking this ascension journey. I'm cruising now. I'm cruising. I'm learning. I'm elevating. I'm reflecting. I'm growing. I'm expanding. Look at the different energies. How different the energies of these cards feel. This one is in just disarray, conflict, just opposing energies. Whereas the Divine Feminine card is like, I got this. I got this. And the people that are in my life are helping me grow, helping me ascend, because I cleared out all the emotional clutter and the toxic relationships that we had been attached in codependency to. You almost have to have a toxic partner if you're codependent, because that toxic partner is going to take advantage of your codependency. That's not maybe true for every situation, but if you're the codependent, then the person that you're attached to is taking advantage of you. Ouch. Okay, let's move on. Oops, let's put this back. I don't want that energy over there. Yeah, she's just like cruising through this. It's a gentle ascension, is what my guides are saying. Three of Cups in reverse. We have two cards for the same energy, but very different. The Three of Cups over here, and then we have the Three of Cups. I don't think the Divine Feminine is so worried about the union part anymore. I think she's more worried about her expansiveness. Energy, not gender, please, as always. But it's almost like, I'm just going to grow. Queen of Emotions, absolutely. So we have the King of Emotions and the Queen of Emotions. The King of Cups, Queen of Cups. Both on very different emotional levels. The King of Cups over here is like, you got to put your butt in gear and deal with this healing. Whereas in this energy, look how colorful and vibrant she is. She's planting the garden. Something just came through as The Secret Garden. That was a book. I don't know how it connects. Let me know if you do. But entering the Garden of Delights, I mean, she's there. She's there planting. She's not so worried about when the masculine's going to come to the garden. She's like, I'm okay. I've got my design in place. I've got my plants. I've got my potting soil. I've got my fertilizer. I've got my water. I've got everything I need to make this place beautiful. Everything I need to make my life gorgeous and to be in my soul sanctuary, in my garden retreat. I'm good. So it's almost like she's like, I'm going to prep the garden, and when you've done your healing work and you offer the right vibration, I'll invite you in. 10 of Emotions. Feels like the Divine Feminine she's in a good emotional place. Ooh, she got the Devil card too. Check your Saturn placement. Let's ask what this is about. That's Queen of Materials. Could be that, okay, so the caveat here is don't be attached to materialism. Page of Emotions. Okay, what they just said, let me see if I can get this right. I don't want to be offensive. Don't mask your emotional completeness, your emotional I'm trying to find the word they want me to use. Don't mask the emotional satisfaction and contentment. That's it. That's the word. Don't mask the emotional contentment behind materialism. Don't equate emotional contentment with financial abundance. This is a caveat they want us to know. The emotional contentment, that spiritual stability, should come from within. It should not be based upon the materialism. That's what that Devil card is about. It's excessive materialism. That 10 of Cups, it needs to be emotional fulfillment for the sake of emotional fulfillment. Okay, there's the Moon card. Got some major arcana on this side too. Moon card, Divine Feminine energy, Piscean energy. Ruled by Jupiter. It's all about luck and opportunity. We've been seeing tons of luck and opportunity in the readings for the Divine Feminine energy. Temperance, another major arcana. So let's just look at the major arcanas here, because obviously there's a message. All right. So for the Divine Feminine, we're going to count this Fool card. This is after the eclipse, post-eclipse energy. And I cannot, every time I try to reach behind that to see if the energy is, if I'm aligned with the energy, I'm getting post-eclipse. So this has got to be this post-eclipse, although this is a full moon. This could happen between the new moon and the full moon. But we also have this Devil card, and this is about being excessive. I'm hearing that there are some Divine Feminines that are still, okay, I hate to say it, but I don't sugarcoat stuff in my readings, because my job is to just interpret the messages the way they give them to me. There are some Divine Feminines, this toxic energy is referring to, you still want your Divine Masculine to suffer in some way. That you're finding some sort of pleasure in the fact that their life is crumbling. You should be neutral about that. But if you're getting like a little happiness hit when you hear, oh yeah, you know, lost everything, you're not healed. So I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. Temperance card. This is being neutral. It's exactly what it's like, having patience, but it's like, don't be judgmental. Remember, you walked that journey and it sucked. And you don't wish that for somebody else to have pain. If you're wishing for someone else to have pain, you need to examine that, reflect upon it. And there's that 5 of cards, 5 of Wands. Reflect upon it and look at what's unhealed in you. And I'm just saying it. This is a message they want me to tell you. You need to deal with that in a more appropriate way. Sorry, but not sorry. I can't be sorry when I give messages. It's for your own, your highest and greatest good. So if that resonates from you, don't take it personally. Step back and say, yeah, I need to do that. I need to do that. It's what's best for you and the connection. All right, I'm going to actually, these 2 cards keep coming out. Okay, the Hangman. Who didn't anticipate that card coming out? This is Neptunian. It's about releasing and shifting the perspective. So, you know, take a good inward glance. And there's this, yeah, there's that 6 of Wands. That could be your ego. So if you're getting a happiness hit from watching what's going on with the Divine Masculine as everything, the features in their life crumble, this is an opportunity for you to see that within yourself, do some reflection. It's not an indictment. It's just they're saying there's still something there that needs to be healed. It can't be about your ego. Got 2 cards of ego on the Divine Feminine side. Just because you're experiencing all this expansiveness and these opportunities and this luck, let's not go down the dark road, okay? Bottom of the deck, Ace of Materials. We've been seeing this. This is this new opportunity. This is going to be what Christopher Witecki says. If you haven't watched him, he's a great astrologer. Your Golden Egg Project, that is coming online. We've been waiting for this for years, but we had to do all this clearing crap. Sorry, but man, it's been sucky, and my Venus and my Chiron is in Pisces. Pisces season sucked for me. I mean, it was just like, oh, please get over. I need it to end. It was just so, but it was things I needed to clear. But it wasn't fun. It actually just sucked. It was like one hit after another to some lingering issues that were creating fear. And then, we get into Aries season and I'm like, wow, overnight. Oh, now I see the relevance of that. Now I see how important it was. Because it needs to happen before we start this new endeavor. And if you check out the weekly forecast I posted yesterday, that's what April is all about. But it doesn't really come into this physical manifestation until after the eclipse. Why? Because this eclipse is going to clear out. It is going to sanitize whatever residual stuff has not been dealt with the twin flames. That is why this is so significant. It is going to sanitize the connection. Why? Because the time has come for us to plant the new garden. And in order to do that, we have to sanitize anything that's keeping the light from shining its brightest. Okay, bottom of the deck for the masculine, Temperance. Man, a lot of mirroring. So the energies, let me just explain how this happens. This is my perception of the twin flame journey. And if you have stuck with me this long, I'm so grateful that you did, because I think this is going to make some sense to you. Ascension is a spiral. It's not straight up. It's not a rocket that goes straight up in the air. Ascension is a spiral. So if you are ascending on the twin flame path, you are both on the ascension spiral. You're on it together. You're both on the same spiral. And your soul family is too, but your twin flame is on the spiral. So here's how it works. You're spiraling up. You're both on different points, but at some point you come together. That's when you are in union. And this is an activation because it's going to propel you further up the spiral, because I believe twin flames ascend at a faster rate than people who aren't twin flames. And so these activations give it a boost, a power boost. And they're showing me like taking a gummy vitamin. And so the connection is activated. There's things activated in the divine feminine energy, things activated in the divine masculine. Those look totally different because the masculine energy and the feminine energy, their journeys look very different. So then they go into this separation and they're continuing on the spiral and ascending, and then all of a sudden they kind of get close together. They come together again at some point on the ascension spiral, and then they activate again. And so as we're going through this spiral, it is the higher we get, the higher frequency that we're on. But as they start to come together or closer together on this spiral, kind of like our solar system is kind of like a spiral, but it's on like a plane. I mean, not a plane, but the planets come into, kind of interactions. Same thing happens with the twin flame energy. So we're on this spiral, but as they get closer to the same point on the spiral, you're going to see a lot of mirroring. That means they're going through the same thing, because it means they're on the same level of the spiral and they're going to interact. And this is going to be another activation. I always see mirroring before there's an interaction that translates into an activation. So if you're in the energy of, oh, my twin flame, I've moved on and I don't need that energy anymore. Good for you. Great. But you still are going to get the activation. So this could be whether it's on the astral plane, it could be in your dreams, it could be that you have a conversation, it could be just you see them and you can feel that surge. It's because your energies get so close together. And that's my take on it. It's just what I've experienced and what I've kind of witnessed other people going through. All right, I'm going to pull messages from your twin connection. This is getting to be a long, oh my gosh. Yeah, it's a long reading. Sorry, but it's a lot of good information here. Let me know in the comments what you think, and you don't have to share my perspective. I'm okay with that. I'm like the hangman. There's reflection. That one flew out. Definitely needed some reflecting, manifesting miracles. I feel like that's Divine Feminine's just kind of playing with the manifestation energy. She's learning all about how to manifest, how to use energy, how to use magnetism, how to use your vibration, how to increase your vibration, how to increase your frequency to manifest, because you attract what you desire. All right, let's see messages from your counterpart or from your higher self. Either one. Ah, look, manifesting miracles. There's the garden. It's a tree. I wanted you to see in this temperance card, I just noticed, if you can see how you have the two figures with the moon, the crescent moon, the new moon, and the full moon. That's the time frame that all this happens. So between the solar eclipse and the full moon. And I think I said that. All right, let's take these. So give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. That's the reflection. And then we have manifesting miracles. Your dream is soon to become a reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. Feel like Divine Feminine is there. That's her cards. Divine Masculine, new beginning. No way. There's a new beginning. Endings are new beginnings. A new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. It is important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, it is time to give to yourself. A message for you from the Divine Masculine. I'm thinking of you at this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. You might be the only light they have right now. Keep that in mind. All right, that is your reading. Please let me know in the comments. Again, thank you for your support, and I hope these readings are helpful to you. Hit that notification bell and subscribe to this channel. You will know then when I post another video that I'm sure is going to be really important. I'm going to try and do quite a few of them before the eclipse and then right after, because I really feel like this is a pivotal time. Until then, my friends, have a wonderful day. Namaste.